it's Samuel chapter 4 that we're in now, and we're right in there where Samuel has grown up to be a prophet now, and it says the word of the Lord came, the word of Samuel came to all Israel. Now, it doesn't say what the word of Samuel was. It seems to have continued from last time where it says that they knew he was a prophet. Now, interesting, it says that the word of Samuel came to all Israel, but it doesn't say that Samuel said they should go out against the Philistines. I don't know if he did, but it does seem to imply that a little bit, except it's not there. Now Israel went out against the Philistines to battle and pitched beside Ebenezer, and the Philistines pitched in Aphek. And the Philistines put themselves in array against Israel, and when they joined the battle, Israel was smitten before the Philistines, and they slew the army in the field, about 4,000 men. So Israel's not doing too well. They lose 4,000 men. And when the people were come into the camp, and the elders of Israel said, Wherefore hath the Lord smitten us today before the Philistines? Let us fetch the ark of the covenant of the Lord out of Shiloh unto us, that when it cometh among us, it may save us out of the hands of our enemies. And I did forget to go up in the corner here, because I think it'll help bring that even closer. Why did the Israelites bring the Ark of the Covenant with them into battle? The Ark of the Covenant represented the presence of the Lord. It was normally kept in the Holy of Holies within the tabernacle. During their conquest of the Promised Land, the Israelites carried the ark with them as a symbol and a reminder that God was with them. Remember, the ark went around the walls of Jericho 7 times. And the elders of Israel assumed that the ark would help them win their battle against the Philistines. The phrase, it may save us, where we are now, in verse 3 suggests that the Israelites might have placed their faith in the ark rather than in the Lord. Their wickedness prevented them from receiving the Lord's strength and protection because the Lord was not with them. The Israelites were defeated by the Philistines. Eli's sons were killed and the ark was captured. When Eli learned of his son's death and the capture of the ark, he was so overcome with grief that he fell from his seat and died. These events fulfilled Samuel's prophecy that Eli's family would meet a tragic end. So let's get back into this. Now, notice after they kill the 4,000 men, it says, it may save us out of the hands of our enemies. Do we have anything in our lives that we start to put so much emphasis on that we forget that it's to point us to Christ? And not that we take things lightly. For instance, the sacrament and the table that it's on and things like that, that should be sacred to us because it points us to Christ, not because it does anything. That does not save us. The Lord saves us. It points us to Christ in the right way. And we always follow Christ in the way that we do things. The same with even with temples. Temples are the house of the Lord. But we already know in our history of temples that have fallen, that have been completely destroyed or have been put in different use. It's a building in the end. But what makes the temple sacred is the Lord himself. So we have to remember when we're doing things, it's not us that saves us. It's not the ordinances that we do that save us. It's the ordinances pointing to the Lord that and the Lord saves us. I think that's something that we can really learn. But here they haven't. They've gone to the opposite end where they're actually thinking this ark has its own power, and we see that in, I guess, the movie Raiders of the Lost Ark, as if that ark has its own powers in it, which is fine for cinema. It's just kind of fun, but we don't worship a thing. We worship God. So the people sent to Shiloh, and that they might bring from thence the ark of the covenant of the Lord of hosts, which dwelleth between the cherubims. And the two sons of Eli, Hophni and Phinehas, were there with the ark of the covenant of God. So they wouldn't have even been in the battlefield if it wasn't for this decision to bring the ark out, because they were priests and they were watching after the Ark of the Covenant, which is really weird because of everything that they did. They're still trying to be priestly and still trying to have that opportunity to do that, and that is why they were condemned for what they were doing. And when the Ark of the Covenant, they were not repentant at all. And when the Ark of the Covenant of the Lord came into the camp of Israel, all Israel shouted with a great shout, so the earth rang again. Now notice the difference. Up to this point, we've been saying Ark of the Covenant of the Lord. Now when the Philistines heard the noise of the shout, they said, "What meaneth the noise of this great shout in the camp of the Hebrews?" And they understood that the ark of the Lord was coming into the camp. Now notice they shortened it to Ark of the Lord. Now, this might have just been a writing technique that they said, okay, let's cut out covenant just because it's getting repetitive. We've said it a lot. And shorten it to Ark of the Lord, it still means the same thing. Maybe. But in my reading, I felt like they were cutting out the covenant part of the Lord. And they do for the rest of it too. But just that changes from something that they should be doing, which is covenanting with the Lord, to something of an object, an ark of the Lord. But look at how they react. And the Philistines were afraid, for they said, God has come into the camp. And they said, Woe unto us, for there hath not been such a thing there heretofore. Woe unto us, who shall deliver us out of the hands of these mighty gods? These are the gods that smote the Egyptians with all the plagues in the wilderness. Notice the change there. These mighty gods. They're not giving the proper respect to God, to the Lord, to the Savior, or anything. They are giving it to gods. They're trying to say we're so inclusive that we're going to include any gods. And surely there is more than one God that just, in this, they're disregarding the fact that Israel had a God and applying that they have gods, plural. I think that's important to note. Be strong and quit yourselves, meaning like men, be more, more manly. Be, we'd probably say, get yourselves together and be men. Be strong, O ye Philistines, and be not servants unto the Hebrews, as they have been to you. Notice that little insert there as well. It's saying, be not servants unto the Hebrews, as they have been to you. You are meant to rule over them, so let's rule over them. Quit yourselves like men and fight. And the Philistines fought, and Israel was smitten, and they fled every man into his tent, and there was a very great slaughter, for there fell of Israel 30,000 footmen. That's a lot. And the ark of God was taken, and the two sons of Eli, Hophni and Phinehas, were slain. And there ran a man of Benjamin out of the army, and came to Shiloh the same day, with his clothes rent, and with earth upon his head, showing that he was in mourning. And when he came to Eli, lo, Eli sat upon his seat by the wayside, watching. He was as close as he could to the battle without getting into it. I mean, he is very old. For his heart trembleth for the ark of God. Notice where his loyalty was at this point. It is the ark of God that he worried about. And when the man came to the city and told it, the city cried out. And when Eli heard the noise of the crying, he said, What meaneth the noise of this tumult? Remember, he doesn't have very good eyes. And the man came in hastily and told Eli. Now Eli was 98 years old, and his eyes were dim, and he could not see. And the man said unto Eli, I am he that came out of the army, and I fled today out of the army. And he said, What was done there, my son? And the messenger answered and said, Israel is fled before the Philistines. That's the first thing. And there hath been a great slaughter among the people. That's second. And thy two sons, Hophni and Phinehas, are dead. That's the third. And the ark of of God is taken. They left out covenant again there, but like I said, it might not mean too much, but to me it meant a little bit that they left out the covenant at that point. And it came to pass that he made mention of the ark of God. When he made mention of the ark of God, not that his two sons died, but mention of the ark of God, that he fell off his seat backward by the side of the gate, and his neck brake, and he died. For he was an old man and heavy, so he's quite an old big man, and he had judged Israel for 40 years. So he judged Israel for 40 years. He's been quite a big part of the community. And his daughter-in-law, Phinehas' wife, was with child near to be delivered. And when she heard the tidings that the ark of God was taken, and that her father-in-law and her husband were dead, she bowed herself and travailed, and her pains came upon her. And about the time of her death, the women that stood by her said unto her, Fear not, for thou hast borne a son. But she answered not, neither did she regard it. So she is still alive, but barely. And she named the child Ichabod, which, if you look in the side, is Where is the glory? Saying the glory is departed from Israel. because the ark of God was taken, and because of her father-in-law and her husband. And she said, Glory is departed from Israel, for the ark of God is taken. What it must have just been devastating to everybody. Of all the things to lose, this is not what they wanted to have happen, and now they feel that God has abandoned them completely because the ark is gone. And it sounds like a lot of people saw that as God was with them, no matter how they acted or reacted. And that is the end of Eli and his sons.